All right, good morning, everyone. It is a first alert weather day. We added today to the mix because later on there's going to be some scattered storms and a flooding risk. It's going to be focused across western Connecticut. And so not everyone will be impacted by this, but those that are, well, it could impact certainly your outdoor plans and travel. So there is a risk for excessive rainfall. You can see it's skewed west. Not much expected to the east as we get into today. There's a flood watch that goes into effect at noon. A lot of the activity, though, is like 3 p.m. to 9. That was when the bulk of these storms that will be most intense will be occurring. And, of course, across these counties, 2 to 4 inches of rain could come down from these storms. So you got to be ready today. There could be, flood advisory or even warnings issued. There's a low end chance for a strong wind producer clipping northwestern Connecticut. Otherwise, not a big severe, wind or hail or tornado kind of threat. It's rain that's going to be the bigger impact. Some of this lighter rain is drifting towards western Connecticut. Otherwise, we are dry on the only live radar in the state. As we take a look at first alert futurecast, how things will evolve. So fairly quiet to start through 10 o'clock, and then it's like clockwork. You get into the early afternoon, we get some sunshine, and we get the development of these showers and thunderstorms. And as mentioned, 3 o'clock through 9, that's when they're most intense. 5 o'clock, maybe the evening ride, things like that. We'll be watching that activity, tracking it for you. Of course, Chief Meteorologist Mark Dixon will be live on the air as needed. Of course, we have the news happening right when this activity is moving in this evening. So still ongoing, 7 o'clock back to the west and northwest. And then look at that, 9 o'clock, things start to finally weaken. We'll have a few showers tomorrow morning. Here comes the front. This front's actually going to stall a little bit going into tomorrow afternoon, so we'll see a little bit of redevelopment. Locally heavy rainfall can't be ruled out with anything that develops over the next several days. The big story after we get through this wet weather, that chance for wet pause is going to be elevated to the west, a little bit higher tomorrow compared to Wednesday just because of the shower development. But the big story is shifting into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, especially as that feels like temperature 95 to 100 degrees. So another little heat wave coming our way, ending the week with some storms. And if we get to 90 plus 3 days a week in a row, well, that would be considered a heat wave. The heat is moderate tomorrow, and then it becomes major on Wednesday, certainly major Thursday, as well as Friday. So the heat risk is pretty high going forward. Well, not much sunshine right now live in New Haven. It's 76 there, 70, for example, in Willimantic. Feels like trend today gets into the upper 80s to near 90 with those showers and thunderstorms developing. We're monitoring the tropics over the next 7 days. Feature in the Gulf could develop in the next 7 days, 20% chance. But we're focused locally again on the storms and the flooding threat to our west today. First alert weather day. Tomorrow is the start of the hot weather. It really intensifies for our first alert weather days Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Highs in the 90s with feeling, remember, close to 100. Relief though. Can't wait for Saturday, right? It's going to feel good. We have quiet weather building in. Caitlin?